something that my friends kind of wanted me to do because, I mean, Legend of Korra had ended a while back, with Book 1. So, a couple of my friends just kind of requested me to do this, and I just thought, hey, I might as well, because, I mean, I am a fan of Avatar The Last Airbender, and watching this, I was like, okay, cool. It's something, and I even did tell myself, I'm like, okay, when Book 1 ends, I'll do a review on it, and I never got to it, but since a couple of my friends reminded me, here's my review of Legend of Korra. Now, I mean, the most obvious thing that I have to say about this is, almost everybody from the original series is dead. Like, Toph, Sokka, Aang for most obvious reasons why he would be dead. The only living beings in the show is, Katara and, I believe, Zuko. And that, because a couple people told me that Zuko wasn't dead, that he's actually alive, so that would actually be kind of interesting now. Legend of Korra is an interesting take, because it is a sequel to The Last Airbender, and which, I'm not gonna lie, I was a big fan of. Not the movie, guys, the cartoon. It was... Avoid the truck in the background. But, Last Airbender, Avatar The Last Airbender, just so people don't get mixed up with the movie. But, it was my favorite show, and I came in with high expectations, actually, with the show, because I was like, well, not really high, but I'd kind of say it was, decent expectations, because I felt like, what if the show doesn't work out well? And I was proven wrong, because, the first 2 episodes, I was like, oh, okay, this is pretty interesting. And I mean, the pace, the quality of the episode, as it kept going on, was really, really good. You get to see, Korra interact with, Mako, with Bolin, with Asami, with Tenzin, who is at Aang San, which, J.K. Simmons, bravo, bravo. I mean, if you guys don't know who J.K. Simmons is, get out of the closet and do your research. Seriously, it shouldn't be that hard to know who J.K. Simmons is, but for us that do know him, he did an awesome job. I mean, Korra, for the most part, she's an interesting character. I mean, she's a lot more mature than Aang, but she also has some of his, I wouldn't really say stupidity, but more of, her struggling side, because, I mean, kind of like Aang, how Earth was his natural opposite, air is Korra's natural opposite. And, I mean, the thing that kind of got me a little, not intimidated, but kind of got me wondering was, where are they going to take the next book with, because of how this one ended off? Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody knows, Korra gets her powers back from, Amon. Can't believe I almost forgot his name, but, she kind of gets her powers back, not from Amon, but from Aang, actually. And seeing him in the show, I like the fact that he's in the show, not, there, but, in tiny mini flashbacks here and there, and I thought that was interesting, just to get some of the old characters again, we got to see Toph, we got to see Sokka, flashback moments, guys, not actual appearances. Except for Aang at the very end when Korra enters the Avatar state. And, I mean, my only problem with the show, I think, has to be the final 2 episodes. I'm not saying I hated the final 2 episodes, but they just seem rushed. I mean, if you look at the pacing and the quality and how the previous episodes were, they do not match with, these last 2 episodes. They seem rushed. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but personally with me, I just felt like it was too quick, and I mean, I can kind of see where they were going, because originally Book 1 was all that Legend of Korra was supposed to be before they got to Book 2 and the other 26 episodes that they licensed, but that's kind of why, I mean, I understand where it was going, because originally it was just supposed to be 12 episodes, but, I mean, overall the series was good. My only gripe, like I mentioned before, was, with the last 2 episodes being rushed, but, overall the whole book was really good. I liked, General Iroh. I mean, Was it just me, or did he look a little bit younger when he appeared again? Because you see him at the very end of episode 10, and then, like, you see him in episodes 11 and 12, and you're just like, wait a minute. Was there any animation errors on there? I mean, if somebody knows, please let me know, because in general, I mean, he was an interesting character too. I mean, Zuko is one of my favorite characters from The Last Airbender, mainly because, I mean, Zuko went through a lot of struggle in that show. I'm not gonna lie. Like Aang, I mean, he wasn't really the antagonist that much compared to, well, at least past season 1, he wasn't. But, so General Iroh was an interesting character, and like everyone else, like, Korra, Mako, Bolin, Asami, Tenzin, what's the other guy's name? Amon? Not him. I keep forgetting what the other guy's name. Tarlok. There we go. That's what I was trying to remember. Tarlok. I mean, and the whole bloodbending aspect thing was cool too. And not really. I'm not gonna say one that happens in the book, but as if you haven't seen it. But overall as a whole, like I mentioned before, the final 2 episodes were rushed for obvious reasons because, like, I mean, they didn't know that they were going to do a book 2 and purchase 26 more episodes, but, I mean, as a whole, I have to give Legend of Korra Book 1, Book 1 Air, a 4 out of 5, mainly because, I mean, it did have its gripes, at least towards the final 2 episodes, but, I mean, if you're an Avatar fan, definitely check this out. I mean, it's a really good show, I'm not gonna lie, and all I have to say is that I'm looking forward to Book 2 Spirits, and surprisingly, Book 1 is not the end of Season 1, which is kind of weird, but I'm not complaining. At least we get to see another bug that adds on to Season 1. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm Shirag, and, comment below, let me know what you guys thought of Legend of Korra Book 1, and then, if you guys want me to review anything else, like, just let me know and I'll do it, because, I mean, these videos are for you guys. That's just it, and I'm going to shut up now, so take care, guys.